First Champions League, and he gets it. Just minutes after coming on.
Hello and welcome. It's been an exciting week for football fans, for football lovers all around the world. The Champions League has been something that we cannot say has not been exciting. It has been a very competitive competition, and I mean, what can I say? PSG being taken out by Borussia Dortmund and Real Madrid doing a comeback against Tuchel's Bayern Munich. That's what football is all about, and that is why it's called the beautiful game. I don't know. I mean, what's with Real Madrid and 89th or 90th minute comebacks? Because Real Madrid are always dangerous when it's about 2 to 3 minutes to end the game, and at Bernabeu, most teams don't come back the same. So you have to give it to Real Madrid. Champions League is basically their competition. They have dominated that competition for years, and the way they are going, probably they are going to be, winning their 15th UEFA Champions League trophy. That's the history of Real Madrid. They are known to be UEFA Champions League titans, and no team comes close. No team has even smelt the glory that a team like Real Madrid has over the years. For Tuchel's Bayern Munich, there have been complaints that the refs have been terrible in their officiating, and if they were being fair, probably the game would have gone to extra time, and who knows, maybe penalties. But well, we all know that the human element in the sport has always been flawed, and it's a painful way to go out, but you have to give kudos to Bayern Munich for even trying at a stadium like the Bernabeu. And what can I say? Football sometimes can be very cruel. As for Dortmund and PSG, Mbappe not really coming to the fray when it was necessary of him. I don't know. I mean, but Real Madrid are a greedy club. They want Mbappe, and by next season, Mbappe will be donning the jersey of Real Madrid, and that just tells you how enormous and huge the club called Real Madrid is. What can I say? The team is growing in widths and bounds, and they are creating a super team in the coming decade. I mean, they are going for Davies of Bayern Munich, who scored them yesterday. They are going for Mbappe of PSG. They are building a very super team that will dominate Europe for years to come. Coming to the Premier League, we know that the Premier League is a dogfight. Has the Premier League dominated in Europe? No, they have been poor this season in Europe due to so many factors that has plagued the league. I mean, changing of ownership, poor mismanagement of certain clubs, and mid-table teams taking the places of top teams in the top 6 pursuit for Europe. Anyways, going straight down to the English Premier League. The English Premier League has shown that there's so much competition now. It's no more the usual phenomena of top teams like Chelsea, Manchester United, Tottenham, Manchester City, Arsenal topping the league. Is now Newcastle, Aston Villa, and teams like even West Ham sometimes could just bring up surprises. So it's a wake-up call that English league has to step up. As for the clubs, there are rumors that Ten Hag of Manchester United could lose his job by ending of the season. Unfortunately for him, I think he's just been a victim of poor management by the club, Manchester United. Manchester United has shown that they have not done well when it comes to recruitment, when it comes to leadership, and when it comes to scouting of players. And that has put the club where it is today. I mean, it's in a quagmire. Ten Hag just found himself in a position where he had to make do with what he's been dealt with. And there's no doubt Manchester United will definitely have to go for a rebuild. The talents that they have are below par, are mid-table talents, and they have just been manageable over the years. So, and we don't know where Manchester United's direction will be in the coming weeks, but definitely Ten Hag's job is definitely on the line. And on the flip side, Bayern Munich is looking to Ten Hag to replace Tuchel at Manchester United. Why Tuchel at Bayern Munich tends to replace Ten Hag at Manchester United? So who knows? I mean, Tuchel is actually gunning for the Manchester United job. Depends on the ownership, although we have heard names like Gareth Southgate, names like Graham Potter, Tuchel. I mean, these are names that are popping up for the Manchester United job. And of course, it's all about rebuilding right now for Manchester United. Who knows where they will be in the next coming weeks, in the next coming months, in the next coming years. It depends on the direction of the owners or co-owners like Jim Ratcliffe and the Glazers, who intend to probably change the fortunes of the club. So far so good. What I've seen about Manchester United just proves that Cristiano Ronaldo has been right all along about the club, that a lot of things have not been put in the right position in the club. The training facilities, the kitchen facilities, the bathrooms, etc., etc. So it shows that a lot of things have definitely needs to be fixed in that club. The structure needs to be reshuffled, and that depends on how this co-ownership Ratcliffe changes the fortunes of the club in the coming days. As for their European hopes, it's gone. There's no hope of Manchester United making it top of the league, or even making it to Conference League so far, with the quality of footballers that they have. And unfortunately, most Manchester United fans felt that they had or they have quality footballers. The truth is, Manchester United has just been buying time. The quality of players they have definitely is not equivalent to the position they have been holding over the past few months. They have just been lucky, and thanks to players like Bruno Fernandes, sparks from Bruno Fernandes, who have actually been helping that team over time. But so far so good. It's just plain simple. Manchester United has an average squad. As for Chelsea, well, Pochettino's job has been on the line for a very long time, but from the comments coming from the ownership, it's obvious that the ownership is now beginning to appreciate what the last two games that Chelsea engaged in, Aston Villa, Tottenham, and now West Ham. So far so good. It shows that yes, the coach is now getting it right, finally, making the job easier for Caicedo and Gallagher in midfield. The reality is that Caicedo is not a defensive midfielder. He's a box-to-box midfielder, and Cucurella being placed in a position where he plays the role of an inverted left back shows that the coach is now beginning to tinker the team in a position whereby the midfield is solid enough to deal with pressing and counter pressing in their team. And I think it deletes the idea that Chelsea needs a 35-year-old player in order for the players to be consistent. I believe a good tactical tweak to the team has proven that tactics will always play a role. The best performance of every team is good tactics and the commitment of the players. So when the players are committed and there's good tactical input into the team becomes a stronger force to deal with. And we are seeing players like Noni Madueke, catching up with the league. We are seeing people like Mudryk too building momentum, and the more these players keep getting game time, of course the team will get better. The funniest thing is Chelsea fan base are accusing the fact that Enzo has been dragging the team back, which is actually false. Enzo has not been the reason why Chelsea has been sluggish in their counter pressing and pressing. It's not the reason why Chelsea has not been dominating games. It's just a reality that we have not had a solid DM who has been able to clear off those lapses that has been created by those spaces that they have to cover, and that is due to Pochettino's poor management and in-game management in most of our matches. Hopefully this is the best direction forward for the club. Who knows, we might get to a position where we can now start competing for the league. Going to other teams like Tottenham Hotspur, of course, Tottenham Hotspur is definitely facing its crisis. The coach, known to be a purist, I'm trying to pronounce that his name is very, very difficult to pronounce, but he is someone that definitely needs to tweak his tactics, because if he keeps on that high line, most Premier League teams will take him to the cleaners, and that's just the reality. Football can be very cruel in the English Premier League. You have to be pragmatic. Purists definitely can't succeed in this league called the English Premier League, of course. As for the EPL title, is between Manchester City and Arsenal, master versus student. Who is going to take the league? And so far so good. The way it's going, Manchester City has the upper hand. They have their own destiny in their own hand, and they have to ensure that they win all their matches to clinch to the title. So it could boil down to the very last game, and well, Arsenal fans can only hope, because right now it's hope that is the big mantra for Arsenal fans. It's just hope. That is a big mantra for Arsenal fans. Arsenal fans can only hope that Manchester City sleeps. That is the only way they can win this league, because as it stands, Pep Guardiola is definitely going to run with it, and that's just the reality. Klopp and Liverpool, of course. Klopp is retiring he's leaving Liverpool this season, and it's going to be quite interesting, because you can't really blame Klopp for so many reasons, because he was managing a club that was financially and not a powerhouse, but he has been able to churn out results for them one way or the other, winning the Champions League, winning one EPL, winning the FA Cup, Carabao Cup. He has done decent as a coach. I mean, with the least budget that has been given to him, you can't really blame the coach's ability to try. And well, I think all said and done, he has done well for Liverpool. Liverpool now can only hope that Arne Slot, who is going to take over from Klopp, will be able to meet up those standards that has been set by Jurgen Klopp. And that's that for today. Let's hope that in the coming days we'll begin to see more exciting football. This weekend is definitely going to define where certain teams are going to sit in the coming days and the coming weeks before the season comes to an end. Who knows, we might know the winner of the EPL, of the English Premier League this weekend. We might know who is going to Europe, who is sitting out of Europe, the coming weeks. We might end up knowing the fate of certain coaches at the end of the season. So it's this weekend going forward is definitely going to be crucial for so many clubs going forward. Well, this is Football Corner. I hope you enjoyed my content. Please like, share, and subscribe for more content coming your way. Thank you.
Cole Palmer looking for his first Champions League, and he gets it. Just minutes after coming on.